Hey there, so today we have another review, and this is a beer from Sixpoint. So really interesting. It's been a while since or a bit since I've reviewed a beer from Sixpoint, and again, a lot of story with them. Again, they have joined together with Southern Tier and Victory. And then also they recently had Eric Bockley, formerly of Trillium, leave that brewery. And this is classic double IPA from them, 9.1%. But they also are one of those breweries that ends up changing their beers despite holding onto the name. So I do remember early times having some Bengali Tigers and some Sweet Action and obviously Resin too, but I'm very curious to see how this beer turns out. I understand that there's Chinook and I think Centennial in here. So it is resin, but obviously this beer has changed in its lifetime since I probably had this beer because it's been a while. But this is a 9.1% IPA. This actually was a cool one to send as an extra. Sixpoint was not doing too much distribution, and this was a cool one that people were very excited to do. And I would end up sending some resin out with my extras as I was doing trading. This was 4 or 5 years ago, but let's dig into this one. So the beer comes in a wonderful deep gold color, a little bit of chill haze on there, not completely clear. Light to medium bubbled head, decent head retention, off-white head. Nice and pungent. This beer was canned about a month ago, and then Best Buy May. So I've had it on the warm shelf, but they don't prefer that. Very floral. It has a really nice kind of punchiness of actual combination of fruit with floral with dankness. So it's actually quite complete nose on this one. Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah, it's not New England, it's not West Coast. It just has a real wonderful kind of like pineapple mashed up with mint, herbs, sweet malt in there, a little bit of that with that kind of like terpene kind of like dankness driving in this one, a little bit of that marijuana weed. This wonderful combination. It's not like there's no one call on this one. It's really nice. I love the combination of hops on this one, or hop aromatics. Anyway, I cut my drink short. Again, I really like to chew my beers. Nice. So it's got a nice pillowy kind of malt body to it. It is boozy. The alcohol ends up showing itself through. Nice and dry, with a little bit of like lingering kind of honeyed sweetness, biscuity sweetness. It's pine, it's dank. And despite the aromatics, it's actually like decently kind of like intense double IPA. Not that bitter. I feel this beer could be a little bit more bitter, but again, it's an East Coast IPA, which again is different from your West Coast IPA, different from your New England IPA. This beer is a little bit retracted on bitterness. It has a nice kind of malty sweetness to it. It's fruit. It's pineapple. It's like concentrated mango. A little bit of this kind of like lingering kind of like herbaceous thing. It has this kind of like light dank garlicky thing in there. The thiols and the sulfur kind of notes coming to drive around here. Quite nice, yeah. As for rating, beautiful beer. One of the best well-constructed, New England, not New England, East Coast IPAs I've had recently. Let's go with a, I like the combination of the alcohol with that kind of like medium to medium plus bitterness with the kind of fruit flavor on the aromatics, but also lingering on that kind of like intense kind of West Coast kind of thing dancing in here. The Chinook is just like doing great jobs in this one, and like having really learned a little bit more about Chinook recently, like it seems like Chinook is just like one of those hops that brewers really need to use more. This one for me gets a 93. This is the kind of beer I'm looking for, and maybe better. Oh, it's so good. 94. resin from Sixpoint. I highly recommend it. Can't imagine this beer being super, super fresh, being even more kind of intense, but this is just doing a lot of jobs for me right now. Until next time, guys, cheers, later.